Good day, everyone. Welcome to the English world. So, today we will discuss all about news writing. News writing is one of the field in journalism. News, North, N stands for North, E stands for East, W stands for West, and S stands for South. News. So, in the illustration at the right, it is said that all the news, writing, and reporting for convergent media, said by Tom Lee. So, news can come from anywhere, from the north, from the east, from the west, and from the south. But what is a news? Or what is news? So, news is an account of an event. News is the report of current event, something that was known, information of recent events and happenings. So, John Bogart, if a dog bites a man, that's not news. But if a man bites a dog, that's news. So, when we say news, it is something, an event. It is an event, trending, current. Okay? So, from the example, if a dog bites a man, that's not news. Because it is natural that the dog bites a man. But if a man bites a dog, that's news. So, the reverse of a dog bites a man, that's not news. But if a man bites a dog, that's news. So, the news values. News values needs timeliness. Timeliness, the news must be in current events. Then proximity. It is all about the physical or the psychological. Then the prominence, human interest or oddity. Then the consequence or the significance. News peg. So what is a news peg? When we say a news peg, it is what makes the story timely or newsworthy now. So the essence of the news. So it is the reason for doing the story, that aspect that makes an event or occurrence newsworthy. So when we say news peg, it is what makes the story newsworthy now. So there are parts of a news story. So when we are reading newspaper, so we can find this body. If we will read a newspaper, we can find this lead, body. Okay, the lead and the body, the two parts of a news story. So let us discuss it one by one. So what is the lead? The lead is the first sentence of a news article and effectively draws readers in and makes them want to read more. It captures the gist of a news story. So the lead is the first sentence of a news article. It catches the readers. So it captures also the gist of a news story. So there are types of leads. The first is the summary lead. So summary lead, the who lead, the what lead, the when lead, the where lead, the why lead, the how lead. Okay, so when we say summary lead, it composed of who, what, when, where, why, and how lead. The 5 WH questions and 1H. The 5 W questions and the 1H question. So the delayed lead, the second type of lead. The descriptive lead, the contrast lead, the quotation lead, the question lead, the suspended interest lead, the personal lead. So, the delayed lead can be descriptive, contrast, quotation, question, suspended interest, or the personal lead. Summary lead or straight summary lead. So, it is a typical lead which summarizes the story. So, it is the common type of lead, which is the summary or the straight summary lead. It tells the entire story in miniature as specifically as possible. A clear, fairly short sentence that reveals all, telling the end result of the story. Usually answers the 5 W's and 1H. So, the summary lead checklist. Have you counted the words in your lead? If there are more than 30, the lead probably needs some editing. So the lead should not be exceeded in more than 30 words. So it should be brief but concise. So if there are more than 30, so we need to edit the lead. Next, does the lead summarize the most newsworthy elements of the story? Newsworthy, the most recent, important, or unusual aspects. So, in the lead, we need to write the newsworthy, which composed of the different elements of the story or the summarized story. Usually, it answers the 5 W's and 1H. Next, checklist. Does the lead cover the basics? The lead should give the reader a sense of the who, what, where, and when of the story. As I've said, usually the lead answers the 5 WH and 1H. The 5 W's and 1H rather. The rest of the story is for filling in the details. Next, check your verbs. So when we say verbs, it is all the words that we used in the news story which refers to the action words. So are they strong, active, and descriptive without losing accuracy? Are the sentences active? So, when we write a lead, it should be in an active voice. Okay, have you avoided jargon or unfamiliar names? So, in writing a lead in the news story, we should not use jargon or unfamiliar names or highfalutin words that the readers couldn't understand. What is the meaning of those words? The 5 WH and 1H, as you look the illustration, the daily question who, what, where, when, why, how. So what? Event, problem, the issue. What is the event? What is the issue? What is the problem? Okay, so who? This pertains to the person or persons involved. So who are the persons involved in the news story? Okay, next, where? It tells about the place or location of the news. So it is where the news happened, or the content of the news located. Okay, next, when, the time and date. Of course, in writing a news article, rather, we need to write the time and date. Okay, why? Reasons, supporting details. So we need to write the different supporting details in our what, okay, or in the event, problem, or the issue that we write. Okay, next, how means the processes, the effects. Okay, so the 5 WH and 1H, what, event, problem, issue, who, persons involved, where, place or location, when, time and date, then why, reason, supporting details, and how means processes or the effects. In deciding what to include in the lead, ask yourself, okay, it is not bad to ask yourself if on the decision that what to include in your lead. So you need to ask yourself, so what is the first question a reader would ask? Okay, so that's it. So what is the first thing you would tell another person about the situation or event? So these are the things you can ask to yourself. Okay, tips in writing the lead. So when we are writing a lead, uh, this must be considered. Okay, so leads should be brief, often only 20 to 33 words. Be for the most part one sentence in length, be crisp and to the point. The next effectively summarizes the story. Feature, the feature. Do not include personal pronouns such as we and you. Do not include reporter's opinion. So, those are the tips in writing the lead. Be brief, okay? It, it must be short. Only 20 to 33 words. Be for the most, but 30 words are too much. It could be 20 to 29 words, but uh, the but it summarizes the story. So that would be all today. Thank you.